It's our first day in Yellowstone. We made it here yesterday, so today's our first full day. See, it looks right here. It says, don't step outside of the boardwalk because you can burn yourself, okay?
Okay.
This is our second time here at Yellowstone, and we wanted to check out the Norris Geyser Basin because the last time that we were here, we didn't do a lot here. So we walked around this northern area and we walked towards the Porcelain Springs. Right behind this area, we were able to find a really pretty lake, which we will be seeing here. We then made our way towards the south area to see the Steamboat Geyser and some other small hot springs. We then made our way out because at this point we were ready for lunch. Day one at Yellowstone. This is what we're doing for lunch. Pita bread with some chipotle lime mayo, turkey, mixed greens, cucumbers, onion, tomatoes. And we're at the Norris Geyser picnic area. After lunch, we headed south to Gibbon Falls. And make sure not to miss this because it is a parking area off to the left if you're heading south. We continued to head south to Terrace Hot Springs. And this is a small little area that you can see if you're driving the road. However, you can pull off to the right and park and walk the boardwalk and take a look at a few hot springs here. This is our second time at Yellowstone, and this time around we are doing everything, not everything, but a lot of things that we didn't do the very first time that we came here. We are going to be here again only 3 days, and then we're heading down into the Grand Teton National Park for another 3 days. We have 2 little ones this time around. Last time we were here with only 1. And we are seeing a lot of really cool things. This morning, we started at Norris Geyser Basin, and it was beautiful. I love to see the morning stuff because the steam is so pretty. And I think almost everybody has gotten the memo now, and people are coming to things super early. We got there at around 7:30 in the morning, and it was already full of people. So if you want to see things, especially the main attractions, get there really early. Probably before 7. And we have been driving along some of like the back roads in Yellowstone. You really have to look for them to be able to find them, and they are not as popular because we've been going to some really cool geysers and pools, and there's not a lot of people here. So we've been doing some of that today. We are going back to our campground in a while. So we have done quite a lot, granted that we have 2 babies, or 2 kids. And we're going to Artist Point to see the waterfall. Come on. On our second day, we woke up really early to make our way down to Artist Point. This is where you can see that famous waterfall.
Wow.
We then made our way down to the Uncle Tom's area, and here there is a viewpoint where you can look at the upper falls. One of our favorite parts of the trip was the hike down to see the brink of the lower falls, and those are the falls that we saw earlier in the morning, and it was stunning. Today is day 2 here at Yellowstone. Right now we're at the Westham Geyser Basin, and earlier today we were at Artist Point and the brink of the lower falls. Westham Geyser Basin sits along the edge of the Yellowstone Lake. And I have always found this area really interesting because, as you can see, geysers and hot springs are actually inside of the lake. One of the things that we learned the last time that we were here is that the environment and the atmosphere here in Yellowstone tends to change almost every year. So if you come one year and you see a geyser that is active, you may find that it's inactive the following year or within a few years. So here I will show you a picture of the Abyss Pool when we visited in 2019, and the difference of it when we visited in 2021. There's a little bit less water here, and that was really interesting for us to see. Like I said earlier, today was day 2 here at Yellowstone. We are heading back to our campground. We just finished up doing the Westham Geyser Trail or boardwalk. It's been busier than the last time that we were here. We are back at our campsite and we're here for dinner. Let me show you a little bit of what our campsite here looks like. We are staying at Canyon Campground this time around. Last time we stayed at Grant Village Campground. We like the other one a little bit better than this one. Let me show you what we're gonna eat and what our campsite looks like. Here's our tent. The sites are kind of close together. There's the other one, the other campsite right there. This time around, what we didn't like, we're actually kind of close to the road and like the registration building. But then there's a bear box and a fire ring. Then what we're having for dinner today are quesadillas with cheese al pastor meat, carne asada, and grilled fajitas, and some chips. On our last day here in Yellowstone, we took a 1-mile hike up to Observation Point to see Old Faithful erupt. The last time we were here, we saw it from below, and this time we just wanted to see it from up high. After our hike, we got really hungry, so we decided to go to the picnic area nearby and have some lunch. So here I made canned chicken with some mayo and a little bit of salt, 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. I also added a little bit of pepper, and we are going to eat this on bread with some greens, onion, tomato, and some Valentina salsa. After lunch, we decided to head back up to the Upper Geyser Basin here in the Old Faithful area. We are going to cook dinner. We're going to clean up and pack up our car because early in the morning tomorrow we are heading over to the Grand Teton. So this has been it for this trip to Yellowstone. Hopefully we'll come back soon when our kids are a little bit older and it's easier to travel with them. And we'll see you on the next one for the Grand Teton.